Welcome to A Reason to Talk with Chris Reason. Today I'm here with my special guest, Rodney Cabbage Hawkins. That's not your name.
Shout out to my peeps in Boston Say.
Okay, anyways, we're here with an interview. Before we get into this, I'm just going to give you everybody a heads up. It's going to be a random interview questions, and then we're going to go into detail with Archangel Hawkins on his soon-to-return. And I don't feel like saying the sponsor, so...
Boobies.
It's not boobies. The sponsor's not boobies. We're going to start this off. Welcome, Rodney.
Hi, thank you for having me. This is fun. I'm excited. The sponsor could be boobies if we did it right.
What? Okay.
The sponsor could be boobs. Who doesn't like boobs?
We're going to start off nerding this.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Favorite Power Ranger from the original series, and why?
My reason why is terrible.
Is it because of the color?
Yeah.
Ooh, racist. What's your favorite Power Ranger?
From the original Mighty Morphin series, it's the Green Ranger. He was the first, every Ranger series has what they call a sixth Ranger. Sometimes it's technically not the sixth Ranger, but it's considered the extra Ranger. It's the one that's the most powerful in the very beginning. They've got the best, newest gear, newest Zord. And that was the Green Ranger.
Now, are you counting the Green Ranger as the Green Ranger, or are you counting also Jason David Frank playing Tommy?
First off, Jason David Frank playing Tommy, I thought was amazing because he already knew martial arts.
Correct. And he was one of the very few that did.
He was one of there were only like 3 cast members that actually knew martial arts.
Yeah, because wasn't it
Jason David Frank, Austin St. John, and Walter Emmanuel Jones.
Right.
They were the only 3 that could actually
Which
fight.
is literally the only 3 that he really wanted to watch. I mean, Billy wasn't bad, but it was just like, you just knew Billy was there.
Billy was great. I'm trying to...
he was the tech of the whole...
I'm trying to remember the
original
name. David...
I don't even fucking remember.
But he was amazing. Don't get me wrong. The entire cast for the main team was great. Trini, Tui Trang, rest in peace. Amy Jo Johnson, David Yost, I believe his name is. All of them were great.
Right.
But Jason David Frank, already having known martial arts, already having like just that attitude of the kid mentality in the show.
Yeah.
Like he personified being a rebellious, angsty teenager with attitude, perfectly playing the bad guy.
Well, that being said, he was the bad guy at first, and then turned into the Caucasian Power Ranger. Sorry, the white Power Ranger.
He did
inside joke.
The Caucasian Ranger, which was amazing to watch. I liked the costume.
But did you hate him because of that? Like after the Green Ranger, because
no, I did not hate him.
Well, for the Green Ranger, did you just like the Green Ranger, or did you like both Tommy as the Green Ranger, like as a combined character?
You mean like Tommy portraying himself without being in the suit and actually being the Ranger?
Yes.
Like just as a person?
Both. So like both,
I
like
like
Tommy,
both.
well, like him being the favorite / the Green Ranger being the favorite.
Oh yeah. Every show has to have that, and I feel like the fact that they made it so he was the favorite, but he was also their failsafe after he was turned. After the mind control from Rita was fixed, he was their failsafe. If they needed help,
right.
He was the one they called. And he did the job.
I haven't seen it in a while. Was it right after the mind control stuff? Did he immediately become the white Power Ranger, or did they do something? I don't remember.
No. So, immediately after the Green with Evil miniseries, that's when he started. That was his introduction. Rita had the green power coin, the Dragon Zord power coin, which was a thing, but everybody forgot it existed because Rita was the only one who had it. She was the only one who knew about it.
Right, because she hid it.
She hid it, yeah. So she gave him the power coin, turned him evil, and after he was cleansed, quote unquote, there was a bit of a tug of war between what his power source was.
Okay.
Between the power coin itself and a green candle. Because he lost his powers because Rita was the one in control of them. So she took his powers away. And they somehow... a green candle was somehow manifested. I don't remember how it happens.
So was the candle the power?
The candle was technically his power source. As soon as the candle died, he lost his powers again. After the Candle arc, with him, that being his power source, that's when he became the White Ranger. The Caucasian Ranger.
Yeah, right. But was there a power coin for the White Ranger?
There was. It was literally a saber-toothed or a tiger.
Right.
It looked like the symbol on his suit.
But my question is though, with that having the coin from Rita, how did they get the coin for the White Power Ranger, or did they have it and that was also another one they didn't know they had?
I think either they had it, or considering it was a secret project that the other Rangers found out about.
Oh.
Because Alpha,
I gotta go back and watch this.
Were working on that behind the scenes while they were doing whatever they were
Right.
doing out saving the world. Either they had the power coin, or since the command center, Zordon. He's,
right.
As strong as he is, he could have manifested a synthetic coin.
That is true.
I'm assuming they had the power coin. I don't remember that. I
gotta go back and watch this stuff.
They don't explicitly state how he gets the power. I don't think so.
And,
that's my knowledge, at least.
Right. So we're gonna say overall Green Ranger. Did it change after the Green Ranger technically wasn't there anymore?
You mean like change from him being my favorite?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
The Green Ranger will always be my favorite just because he was what the bad guy turned good guy, that traditional trope
right.
that movies and shows always pull on. That mixed with the fact that he summoned a fucking dragon with a flute.
Right.
It was a dagger that he played with his mouth, even though the helmet lips didn't move.
That gave me a lot of Legend of Zelda vibes for some reason.
It really does, yeah. But just the whole the dragon shield. The one thing that I thought was funny, and if you watch closely enough, you can see the inconsistencies. It changes from a hard plastic to a soft, mushy, like
that's because I believe that was around the time where they didn't have the footage from Japan.
Yeah.
So they had to make up their own. Because I know, like, with the fight scenes being Japanese, that saved a hell of a lot of time in doing shit for the fight scenes, and then like all the scenes where they're not in the suits, they had to film.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why. Is because they didn't get footage for that at the time, or either that, or I think the Japanese didn't have it, one or the other, and they had to do their own shit mixed in.
It was all of that, and I think another bit was every time you see it as like the clothy, squishy material. I think that's when it's the fight scenes.
Yeah.
And when it's just them standing around, morphed, that's when you see the hard plastic.
Right.
But I just thought the costume was dope as shit.
It is. For me personally, I have a tie. I did like the Green Ranger, but I preferred him as the Caucasian.
He was more powerful.
Well, I actually weirdly got into Power Rangers watching the first Mighty Morphin movie. That's how I got introduced to Jason David Frank and all of them.
So he would have been the White Ranger.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I went to go back and actually watch it, and I started watching it as a kid.
You were confused as shit, weren't you?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm like, where the fuck is he? But, like, because it takes them a while for them to get to the Green Ranger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... Well, because the entirety of the original series is only 3 seasons.
Right.
It's only 3 seasons, and you don't get to see the Green Ranger until, like, halfway through the 2nd season, or some shit like that.
And then, like, the mini-series, that's, like, part of it that I don't remember.
Yeah.
That I don't think I've actually seen. But, yeah, that's why I had a tie between Jason David Frank and Austin St. John those two being my favorite, mainly because my favorite color is red, and it was partial to that. As a character, for Austin St. John, I couldn't give a rat's ass. But, like, Jason David Frank, I love the character, and I think just Tommy in general, I liked. And then the White Ranger being, I felt like with the movie, for some odd reason, I felt like he was the leader.
He essentially was.
And, well, I remember the Red Ranger what the fuck?
I have no idea.
Just randomly bleeding. The Red Ranger was...
donating blood to some random shit.
Yeah. The Red Ranger, at first, was, per se, the leader of the group, to an extent.
He was until Tommy came along and basically established dominance.
Yeah, and he's like, screw you, I got this shit.
He's like, I'm better, I'm stronger. Just let me lead the fucking team. Let me lead the group.
This is... Speaking of nerds and whatnot in that general vicinity, favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Raphael, And if you want a why, I can give you an actual why.
I was gonna say, are you basing it off comics, or the live action movies, or overall?
It's overall.
Okay.
I had a lot of really bad anger issues when I was a kid. I went to there was a program for young adults when I was living in Green Bay, when I was like in high school or middle school going into high school, that I was in because my anger was so bad I would throw shit around, I'd threaten myself and people, and so there was a program I was in.
And apparently cut your arm open on my couch.
Huh?
And apparently cut open your arm on my couch.
There was a program I was in that taught me a lot of life values. Like, my anger is not nearly as bad as it used to be, thanks to that. And Raphael, he's the hothead of the group. He's the shoot first, ask questions later member of the group.
Oh, yeah, you could see that, definitely.
100%, he's the one that's just like, let's just fuck these guys up when they're broken and bleeding, then we can find out why the hell they're here.
That being said, even if you're not going based off the comics and you're going based off the movies alone, the original 3A live action, you see it 100 times more in the first one because the first one was darker compared to the second and the third. But Raphael was his own fucking being in that, and he hated a lot of things, and he wanted to go out. He wanted to go fight these people. He wanted to go fight, which sometimes if you made sense going by yourself, especially with a group, even them being a turtle, the Foot Clan being jack shit, you still wouldn't want to go by yourself.
No.
And he wanted to. And his anger showed that in there.
Now, he wanted to take on the world alone.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't think he needed help.
And that's where that's in the first one, that's where you also see him fight Casey Jones in the beginning.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Because that's how they meet. And then weirdly, for some reason, in the movie-wise, he's not in the second one. They replaced him with, I forgot his name, Roy? No. That was Roy's Pizza. I can't remember his name. The Asian dude, in the sequel.
Yeah, wasn't it the kid with the
moped and the pizza and stuff? Yeah. He worked for Roy's Pizza. I can't remember the character's name. I just saw a thing on it.
We'll just call him Roy.
Because I think they might have just released a figure with him or something.
We'll call him Roy Cephas.
Yeah. They kind of pretty much replaced Casey Jones with him, which I think that's why a lot of people didn't like the second one as much as the first.
Well, because Casey Jones is a badass in his own right.
Right, and they toned down from the first one to the second one, because the second one, if you watch closely, apparently the parents hated the fact that Michelangelo had nunchucks. In that whole movie, he never actually used nunchucks.
I know. I think I remember you telling me about that.
And there's the one. They even got pissed off in the beginning in that first scene where they're in that like little strip mall thing with the food court, and he grabs fucking sausage links and pretends they're nunchucks, and they got mad at that. And that like, I get it. That version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the video games are geared towards kids, but if you go read these comic books, that shit's darker than hell. There's blood. There's everything.
Especially if you read The Last Ronin.
Yes.
And you read the story about how all of them died and Mikey's the last. The goofball of the group, the jokester, the comedic glue, has to become the serious, like, I've got to avenge my brothers and fuck shit up now.
Yeah.
Like, because Mikey's a badass. They're all badasses by themselves.
Oh, God, yeah.
They can all fuck shit up.
You got the guy, well, I'm going to butcher this. I don't remember if it was Leonardo or Donatello. Which one was the techie guy? Donatello.
And he was the nerd. Raphael was the muscle. Leonardo was the brains, the leader. And then Michelangelo was the lighthearted.
Right. And you could see that in all of that. But, like, you definitely know it gets toned down a lot more because of kids.
Oh, it 100% did.
And I get it, because especially now with Nickelodeon owning the rights to TMNT, and with the new movie that came out, I heard it's good. I haven't seen it, but I'm not a big fan of Seth Rogen, so that's literally my main reason of not seeing it. And also they're like teens, but they're like 12 almost in this.
That's not teenage.
It's preteen.
Exactly.
But like that's what it seems like to me.
They don't even have hairs down below.
They're turtles. I don't know if they're gonna have hairs, to be honest with you. But other than that, like I don't know if I'll probably see it sooner or later. But it's just like that. I see what you're kind of getting. You're trying to do a new version of them for a new generation.
Yes.
But it just doesn't work for me.
It's the same thing with the Power Rangers now.
Oh yeah, there's 1,000 different versions of Power Rangers.
They've come out with different versions for each generation because it's supposed to be geared towards kids.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's supposed to be a kid show. But if you watch some of the seasons and you see how dark they can get, And the comics too. The Power
Right.
Rangers comics can get dark as shit.
I've never read the comics, but
Especially-
that being said, though, with it being geared toward kids, you have the original Power Rangers, and these people that are supposed to be teenagers, and you damn well know they're in their 20s.
No, all those actors in every one of the seasons, they're totally 20s, 30s.
Right.
They're not teenage actors.
Yeah. And then that being said, Bulk and Skull,
Oh, those guys were like in their 30s, 40s.
and they're hanging out this like youth
Yeah,
area.
I know. It's not.
Yeah.
And it like if you read the multiversal Ranger comics, Tommy in one of the universes is evil.
Right. Well, is that because of the Green Ranger or just evil in general?
No, he just becomes evil. He becomes Lord Draken. He fuses the powers of the Green and White Ranger together.
Okay.
And then he forms his own Ranger team to go hunt down different Rangers in different universes. And Rita is like his right-hand man. But he ends up killing her because she tries taking over his power.
Right. I got to read these. But my thing with that...
Great.
My thing with that is, though, is every fucking comic everywhere having a multiverse?
Well, you gotta realize that any fictional universe can... There are multiversal theories for our world.
Yeah, but like
every
I like how
fictional
everybody
universe-
used that, and like nobody tried. What's the word I'm looking for? Nobody's tried trademarking the shit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's something you can't.
You could trademark the concept. You could trade like
You
for a
can't-
story
no.
or movies. You can definitely do it.
But that's you. If you do that, you're limiting literally everything.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be an asshole out there. That's like when fucking Taylor Swift couldn't like trademark some of the words in her songs, so you couldn't use them.
Oh, that's like Fox, 20th Century Fox. Before Disney bought them,
Yeah.
they trademarked the word mutant in movies and television.
And you couldn't use them.
The only time you could hear the word mutant was in the Fox X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
That word was completely trademarked. So I do get that. I get what you're saying, but I feel like if they did that, it's like when Xbox bought Bethesda.
Yeah.
They're from now on. I'm pretty sure they confirmed that this is going to be the thing, but a lot of speculation is that from here on out,
All Bethesda games are gonna
all
be
Bethesda
Xbox.
games are going to be Xbox exclusive. So if they come up with any new Elder Scrolls, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, but you know what the funny thing is? That being said, you might wow, we really went off topic. Got
It happens.
people joining Xbox because of that. But you know how many people that are diehard PlayStation fans that will refuse to do it, and then they're gonna lose out on potential sales of
And
consoles
profit, yeah.
and profit. But the funnier part is that too, with Microsoft, you got boobs and PC games. I guarantee you with Bethesda that they're gonna put it on Xbox and PC. So you're gonna still have the PC people in there. Because 90% of the Xbox stuff with Xbox Game Pass is on PC.
Yeah, and so anybody with a decently, like your laptop, for instance, anybody with a decently functioning gaming anything, they'll be able to play the shit.
Yeah.
That was a sidebar and a half.
Yeah. But anyways, back to TMNT. So your favorite is Raphael due to the comparison that you guys had.
Yeah, I saw a lot of myself in the dude. Really with the anger and the taking on the world alone. For the longest time, I was in the belief that all you need is yourself. And a lot of people can live that kind of a life and live it happily, but that is not me. I need my friend group. I need my specific people
Who are you? No, I'm just kidding.
to keep my head above the water and shit.
I am with you on that one.
That's why Raphael is. Plus, if I could learn how to use size, that'd be great.
I'm with you on that one a bit. With the friend group thing, but I'm still kind of a loner to some extent.
Who are you?
Genghis. For TMNT in general, my favorite was always Michelangelo. Mainly just because of the comedic and just how dumb he plays sometimes.
I thought you were gonna say because of his love of pizza.
Well, that's all of them, but that too.
Yeah, but he's
more
unhealthily
obsessed, yeah.
obsessed with pizza.
But like going back to the original movies from the '90s and the early 2000s, the second one, they're living in April O'Neil's apartment at the time because they
Yeah.
haven't found a new place to live yet. And he does the whole Karate Kid cleaning the counter, wax on, wax off, and then they're like mouth off. I'm like, God, that's me, because I talk too much, and I'm like, that's fucking
You
me.
talk too much, too fast, and too.
And that's why I got a podcast. But no, like I don't know, just
you're
I just
gay.
seem like with that all sense he's relates to me. Moving on, we're gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill. This is where we get into the stupid fucking questions.
Let's go, boys.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. John Cena, Bill Clinton, and Homer Simpson. And yes, even though Homer is a fake person,
I don't know. I'm in.
it counts.
Fuck John Cena, kill Bill Clinton, marry Homer Simpson.
I get to kill Bill Clinton. But why the fuck would you? I would marry Cena. Just because you get the money and you get Homer, you turned into animated.
Yeah, dude. You don't want to live that animated life?
I don't know anymore.
I'd fuck John Cena because just think of the things he could do to you.
And you just want to say you fuck John Cena? All right. Anyways, you, Tom Cruise, are in a bar fight against Chuck Norris. What's your first move?
I leave the bar and lock the door.
Without Tom Cruise?
Without Tom Cruise.
I was going to say, are you going to throw Tom Cruise at Chuck Norris and say, bye?
Yeah, right. First off, Chuck Norris would beat the shit out of Tom Cruise.
Oh, 100%.
But the reason why I would leave Tom Cruise in there, Tom Cruise is one of the few people in Hollywood that still can do his own stunts.
Correct. But is it
still
necessary? Fuck no.
No, it is 100% not. He's doing it just to prove for his own ego that he can.
Right, and that's like the whole scenario of I think they did it in a Geico commercial or something random like that. Two old people were arguing about who is a better fighter and who more badass. They had between Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. And they're like, Chuck Norris is better, Bruce Lee's better. And this guy comes up and goes, didn't they kill each other in each other's movies?
Yeah, they did.
They did. So who's really more badass? But you don't really see Chuck Norris outside of his movies doing his martial arts.
No, you don't.
You saw it more of Bruce Lee doing the weird shit.
If you want to see Bruce Lee's level of skill,
it was fucking playing ping pong with nunchucks.
Exactly.
And shit like that.
Not only the reason why I hate the whole Chuck Norris Bruce Lee debate is because
they're two different styles.
Well, not only that, but Bruce Lee taught Chuck Norris how to fucking properly punch.
Right.
And Chuck Norris taught Bruce Lee a thing or two about kick because they both know how to strike with their hands and their feet. But Bruce Lee's better with his hands than he is with his feet.
Oh yeah, did you ever see the fucking 1-inch punch that he does? Yeah.
And Chuck Norris is the exact opposite. He's always been better with his feet than his hands.
Correct.
So they both taught each other how to use their most unused weapon.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, fuck the feud. They both taught each other how to fight.
It's not even the feud that much though, because you also got the fact that which one's alive right now? Who wins?
Yeah, right.
But no.
Shit. Not only Bruce Lee. Who has kids that are still alive?
Right.
I feel bad for both of them.
Yeah, no shit. But I get it though. What would you do with $1 million? Tax free, mind you.
I don't have to pay taxes on any of this shit? With $1 million? It's gonna sound cheesy as shit, but I'm taking care of my mother.
Okay.
She's not even my actual mother, and she raised me my entire life. Like, if she didn't take me in when I was still a little shit stain in a fucking carry-on, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
If I was still with my dad, I'd probably be dead.
I am your father. So
I think I'd put my mom up somewhere nice. I'd pay for her to have some surgeries to have all of her body part problems fixed, because she's 56 and she can barely walk.
I get that.
But I'd put her up. I think I'd get a house, my own house, with me and my wife. I'd put us in a house, a good house, and then, I'll pay off my debt. Cause I got a lot of debt. I'd pay off my debt.
It sounded like you said you got a lot of dead. How many people did you kill?
Do me a favor, don't go in the basement. But I'd pay off my debt, and then
you'd still be working, right?
I'd still work because
you can't live.
I don't like the concept of people winning a shitload of money and just
not doing
quitting
anything.
their job. I hate that.
Well,
I'd be too bored.
Even with that, like $1 million, you could live for like maybe a few years. But if you're buying all this shit,
yeah, that's the problem people have that win like an assload of money from like lottery and shit. They spend
more on playing it. They'll play it again. There's a lot of people, like I've seen people win hundreds of thousands of dollars and they still keep playing.
Well, not only that, but you and I have talked in verbatim about how, say you win $10 million.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
maybe 5, 6.
Yeah.
At most.
Yeah. you're gonna get maybe a quarter, maybe half if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You're more than likely only gonna get a quarter of it because you got to pay the lottery service, the lottery institution, whatever.
The government, the taxes.
You got to pay whatever store you got it from. They get cut.
Yeah.
And then whatever taxes you might have, some depending on what it is, that gets taken out.
Yeah.
And you're left with a quarter, half, if that.
Right.
So, like, I wouldn't want to have that much money because I'd only see a handful of it, and enough of it would be to, okay, I got a house, I got shit, I'm good. Oh crap, I'm broke again. Now I gotta go back to work.
You're right, especially if it was only $1 million. Like, even with the lottery being high as fuck right now,
so
it's still, you're pretty much going to that place.
It's not worth it.
No.
You're losing out on money.
Batman
I'm not a fucking moron.
versus Batman versus Iron Man versus Black Panther versus Green Arrow. Who wins and why?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
See, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now, for my pick, not Batman.
It's not Batman.
Yes, he has the money. Yes, he has some fighting skills from the League of Assassins and everything like that.
You said it's who?
Not Batman.
No, it's Batman, Iron Man, Black Panther, and Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I can tell you right now, for me personally, Green Arrow and Batman are out.
Green Arrow and Batman are immediately out.
And
Batman...
that being said, holy fuck for the DC Universe to pretty much make the same character with a different color.
Yeah, it's literally the same deal.
One guy just kills more and then slightly more rich.
Well, not only... Batman would be Green Arrow would be immediately out because he can't fight nearly as well as the rest.
Well, he did learn from the League of Assassins as well, I believe. But then he also got Batman, who learned from the League of Assassins, is a detective, so you could probably figure some shit out. But then the Green Arrow, I don't know if it's just in the Arrowverse, or the CW Arrowverse, but you also got the fact that he became a mayor.
I don't know if that happened in the comic. Probably.
With the politician mindset, in that sense. So between the two, I would probably go Batman over Green Arrow, just because of I'm used to everybody liking Batman more than Green Arrow.
Well, and see, Batman has one. A lot of people, like, when they talk about, oh, he knows how to fight like this. Oh, he knows how to fight like this. Batman, literally, in the comics, I don't know if it's still canon, but at one point in the comics, he literally knew every known form of martial arts on the planet. He could fluently he knew how to fight properly in every known form.
That being said, did you see, was it earlier this year, the animation, Son of the Dragon, Soul of the Dragon? The
Batman Son of the Dragon?
Son of the Dragon?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
The style of what pretty much turned Batman into an animated Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
And that style of Bruce Lee style fighting in animation, and he knows a lot of it, shows that he knows how to fight.
Batman can kick ass.
Yeah, and then later on you got Green Arrow, who's more of like
dipshit.
Oh yeah, he's a dipshit at first, but then
fucking douchebag.
Yeah, but then you have also, like Batman with the tech, you have the different style of arrows that he uses, but then he also has the acrobatic style too, and the stealth, because he's not wearing
suits, but not bulletproof high tech shit.
No, that's probably heavier than balls. That you still got Batman who's silent with.
I was gonna say, because the only reason Batman's fucking big.
Yes.
He's actually not that big, but he's big enough.
Right. He's probably maybe 6 something, like maybe 250, 60 pounds at most. on a good day.
On a good day.
But they've always changed his appearance over years, especially in different stories.
Now, you brought up a good point that I'm going to debunk immediately.
Which one?
Green Arrow. Okay, since this is DC, what I'm about to bring up is essentially DC versus Marvel.
Are you going?
His arrows aren't going to do jack shit to Black Panther or Iron
Man. Right, because of the fucking armor.
Not only that, but there was a death battle between Green Arrow and Hawkeye. They're both of their two strongest arrows. Green Arrow's strongest arrow is a fucking diamond arrow. Hawkeye's was adamantium.
Right, because that fucking what's the word I'm looking for?
Word?
Yeah, no. What is antimatter compared to diamond? Source, item, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Material?
Material, thank you. I don't know how the fuck I can figure that out.
Well, because diamond is the hardest natural substance on Earth.
Right, and that's the thing I like about DC. You have a lot of fake places like Gotham.
Gotham is actually based on New York and Detroit.
So is Metropolis.
Metropolis is New York on a good day.
Yeah.
Gotham is like the dark side of like Detroit,
Right.
Chicago.
They have all the fake names for the.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost said that backwards.
Marvel does.
I almost said that backwards. They have the fake name, and Marvel does real cities for the most part.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. That's what I liked what Marvel did.
Like,
but with the adamantium, I am so butchered that.
Adamantium.
Thank you. That's the same shit as
Wolverine's claws.
Right. But what is Black Panther's suit made out of?
That is another thing. The vibranium, what it does is literally in its name.
Right.
It absorbs the vibrations and impacts from whatever it hits it.
Correct. So that being said, you have that. Yes, Iron Man's latest tech, you had almost nanobots and shit with it.
The Endosim fucking superior. If we were to do comic books type shit, right now, currently, Iron Man is a god. Literally a god.
And dead.
He's a
if you're going by movies.
He's a cosmic god.
Yeah. Well, remember, even in the movie alone for Endgame, spoilers,
yeah, for those who haven't seen it, even though it's been out for like fucking a bajillion years.
Yeah, feels like it. Where he made the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. He created
out of his
nanotech Infinity Gauntlet, yeah.
That being said alone, the smarts right there, goodbye Batman, goodbye Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Iron Man is he's in the top 10 smartest people in the Marvel Universe.
Right. Which you see part of that in there.
In the movies?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You don't see the full extent.
No, but see, the reason why you don't see the full extent is, and because the Russo brothers explain this.
Yeah.
Every suit up until the last one was designed after he got his ass kicked by something. Like in the Avengers.
That makes sense because he will learn from something and update it.
Yeah, Thor blasts the shit out of him with fucking lightning.
Right.
And later on, his suits are like basically lightning proof.
Yeah.
The last suit he builds, the one that's supposed to mirror the original red and yellow suit from the comics, that suit was meant to keep him alive.
No.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't.
Well, yeah, because it was life support, pretty much.
Yeah, that suit alone was literally meant to keep him alive until he did the snap. All the other suits were meant to keep him alive, but protect him from shit. Right. That literal last suit was literally, he's like, this is going to be the last suit I ever build. So, knowing that, I'm literally just going to build it so that
you could do it.
When shit hits the fan, I've got the
then you're
kill
fine.
Switch.
Yeah. The other thing with that, though, I know you said original from comics. Was the original technically still the Mark 1 with the silver?
The original was still the Mark 1, but I guess I should say the original, what the Mark 2 originally looked like.
Right.
It was more...
Well, you also got the one that suit where, I don't know if it was just not painted, but he had a silver-looking suit that kind of looked like the Mark 1.
That was the Mark 2 version 1.
That's what I thought.
That was the first version of the Mark 2, or it was the Mark 1 version 2. But it was a sleeker suit.
Not a bulky, just random thing you found in a cave.
It wasn't made in a cave with a box of what the fuck?
A box of what the fuck?
That's cold on my ass.
You just spill it, dumbass.
Oh.
But I get that.
But yeah, no, it wasn't just some piece of shit random ass fucking suit that he made.
No. Are we going in this? This is gonna be a weird. Whatever. This is gonna be a weird way to put this. No, we're still in it because we haven't figured it out. With Black Panther's suit being made out of vibranium.
Yeah.
Iron Man making his last suit pretty much just to keep him alive until the snap. Comic book wise, he's pretty much a god. Black Panther is almost in the same sense with the technology and having his whole family and supporters of being in the intelligence side, and good with the technology that they have that nobody else has in the world outside of Wakanda.
Well, not only that, one big thing that Black Panther's got over a handful of Marvel characters is, and for whoever's listening to this, don't take it at face value. I don't know how that phrase goes. Look it up. Do the research yourself. Black Panther is one of the few characters in Marvel that can control Mjolnir as well as Thor can.
Now, are we talking...
Like I'm talking about comics.
Okay, because you had Captain America in the movie.
Oh, yeah, in the movies, Captain America is the only one other than Thor that can lift the damn thing.
Because he was worthy. Now, doesn't he also do it in the comics too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Black Panther, like his entire bloodline has existed. Like the Black Panthers existed for fucking thousands upon thousands of years.
Right, because there was a whole separate country you didn't really know about. I mean, you did, but didn't.
And they have the connection they have with Bast, the Panther God, extends past just their like all the pantheons are connected. And no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to get into something that's going to rabbit hole down to a lot of shit.
I mean, I was going to say we got to get back to this. We're trying to figure who the fuck was going to win this.
But if I have to just boil it down to who would win, it'd be Black Panther.
I'm still sticking with Iron Man, even with the combination of the two. And I don't know if I'm just saying that because that was the real first movies I watched for Marvel, but that was in the MCU, I should say.
Well, that was, yeah.
But other than that, well, technically was the second Hulk movie, but was the first one. Because at the end you see Tony Stark and shit.
Face McGee.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm sticking with Iron Man. But yeah, I would say Iron Man is probably my pick to win that fight.
Iron Man is a goat, hands fucking down. The shit that he's done is insane.
Well, the fact that you even brought up that the suits that he would learn from something from getting defeated.
That's why if you, the scene in Endgame when Thor does the chest tap, that's why he was able to withstand that because of his encounter with Thor.
Yeah. Already.
Your mother.
If you could retire anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Anywhere?
In the basement.
Probably somewhere in Europe.
In Iraq. Just kidding.
Somewhere with history. Maybe Greece, Italy. Somewhere there. Learn the language. I'd learn the language. Greece, I would like to retire to because I'm infatuated with Greek mythology. And there I saw some worshippers of the Greek pantheon in Greece. So I'd love to learn more about proper Greek mythology. Maybe somewhere colder, Scandinavia, so I could learn more about Norse mythology. I'm infatuated with mythology, period. So just maybe stay here. I know I look pale as fuck, but I am Native American. So I'd like to learn more about the Great Mother and the Earth Spirits and more about Native American myths and legends and skinwalkers and shit. But
I don't
somewhere with culture.
I was gonna say for me, I wouldn't have been able to pick one place. I'd feel like I'd travel. I want a couple houses that way I can go back and forth.
Yeah, if there are no restrictions, then yeah, I think I'd have like a spot definitely in Greece for sure. Italy, cause fresh mutts.
Mozzarella?
I love that. Like I'd love to be able to go to Italy and just like get some like fresh made like a proper Italian pizza.
Right.
Or go to fucking Germany and get like some proper fucking kraut and wurst and shit. Greece, get a.
What'd you call me?
Greece for not only the myths and legends, but I've learned that I like lamb.
Okay.
And a lot of Greek cuisine involves lamb because that's something easier to get out there than cows.
Right.
And so I'd love to try their cuisine. I like eating new shit. I used to hate asparagus. I used to hate kiwis. I don't hate that shit anymore. But so I'd say yeah, a couple places, just have spots here and there.
Makes sense.
Germany would definitely be one because my wife was there, so she knows shit about there. The oldest castle in the world is in Germany. I'd like to see that. But it's just
favorite wrestler of all time.
You already know my answer.
Archangel Hawkins.
Listen here, brother.
It's Hogan?
No. You already know my answer to this. Jeff Hardy.
Jey Uso.
Jeff Hardy, hands down. I've explained to you again, in verbatim, of why I like him.
I didn't think I heard that fucking word twice in this damn podcast.
Just, his fluidity in the ring. The fact that he's
fluidity a word? Let's go with it.
Fluidity? Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it.
Fluidity is a word. The fact that he puts on his own face paint, I think that's fucking impressive. Right. Doing it in a mirror, so you're technically looking at a mirrored image of yourself.
Right.
I think that's impressive as shit. I liked, especially in like the late 90s, early 2000s, when Matt and Jeff were running the tag team division.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much They were with the Dudleys and the
with Edge and Christian. Yeah,
and then you had a random tag team of like Chris Jericho and fucking Chris Benoit. Then Edge and Christian departed or whatever. So then you had Christian, Lance Storm, Test, and I think there's somebody else in there called the Un-Americans.
Yeah.
But it was just fucking random.
But like I love, I loved the neon the neon blacklight cosmic bowling fucking paint that he would put on, and just the fact that he was just, I don't know, he was basically a marionette without the strings, just
do whatever the fuck he wants.
Pretty much, yeah. And it worked, like, and the fact that he finally got a championship run, I thought it was well deserved because. Yeah, he could
have done a lot more, and that was the main reason why he wasn't there.
More.
And that he lost. I believe he lost to CM Punk after that.
He did, yeah, because that was what jump started the CM Punk Cena shit. No, that was that was a
well,
after.
Maybe I don't remember.
But just the fact that
Oh no, that was a SmackDown era run with him and CM Punk. So John Cena, I don't think was on SmackDown at the time.
Nah, he was on Raw back then. But I just like the fact that he was a go with the flow kind of guy, and the moves that he had showed it, and he could execute that shit flawlessly. Like when he would do the step up onto the ropes and do this shit,
like the Whisper in the Wind.
Or no, when he would do his entrance and he would slide into the ring and then jump and just
and you'd be like his legs would be crossed and and then you'd just jump off.
That was captivating to me. I always thought that shit was awesome. I'm like, when I was younger watching, I'm like, if I could learn how to do this shit, I would, but my only thing is, it's a lot of concussions and broken bones, and I'm not about that life.
Yeah, you are.
But
let me go get a frying pan. I'm just kidding.
Let's fucking go!
Sorry for your headphones.
Earbuds and your eardrums and your earlobes and your mouth lobes.
And a not so very serious question. How many times have you shit yourself in the past 3 months?
None.
I was really hoping that was funnier. All right,
technically once.
And now
work.
And now to get into TVW here, as Archangel Hawkins and me being Chris, the demon fucking reason.
Whoa! You don't fuck reasons, buddy.
Yeah, you do. Why do you think I have a kid?
That's a scary thought.
Anyways, the fact that you've been out because of fucking me for 6 fucking weeks, and you still can't even return for this TVW Matrix, which is the day after, the Wednesday after TVW Wrestle Cup at this time of we're recording. What is your plans when you come back? Who do you want to face next in TVW?
Sidebar. I thought your guitar was something moving.
It is. It's in your mind.
I jumped like 30 feet. Hello. What are my plans to come back? First off, fuck you. I'm out. I was out for 6 weeks. I'm still out for another week thanks to your bullshit.
Yeah, you're not pulling any Cena coming back 3 months early crap.
I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. All I'm going to tell you is that when I do come back, thanks to you and your bullshit, putting me out for 6 weeks, I couldn't compete in Wrestle Cup. I couldn't compete in the #1 contendership battle royal for that shit. Thanks to you, I've had to sit on my ass and watch you run your mouth and destroy TVW. So when I do come back, I'm on your ass, and I'm taking that TVW championship.
Yeah, for fucking 2-fan is pretty much non-existent now. 2-fan's reign of terror is over. I'm going to fucking destroy you once again, injure your ass, for another fucking 6 weeks.
Need I remind you I was the one to take your championship the first time? I will do it again.
Do we have to do this? Are we putting the belt in line at TVW Hardcore Rumble?
Name the time and the place, and I will fuck you up.
I kind of just did by saying TVW Hardcore Rumble. It's the next pay-per-view we have for TVW Matrix, sir. Sorry, premium live event, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I don't care what you call it. I'm going to show up, I'm going to whoop your ass, and I'm going to leave as the TVW champion.
Let's see if that fucking happens.
You will see it happen.
Your brother, your son, whatever the fuck he is.
He's my little brother.
Archangel Hawkins. You must have different family because different names. Wait, you are Archangel Hawkins. Fuck.
Listen.
I mixed you with Fjord Stone.
His name is Ford, first off, you son of a bitch. And secondly, we don't talk about the family connections that often. Just leave him alone.
Okay. But here's the thing. Fucking Weapons of Mass Destruction just became the fucking TVW Rated R Tag Team Championships at TVW Wrestle Cup. Is there a plan for you guys to go after those belts?
He's a little green behind the gills, if you will, still. But yes.
Is that why he lost against Dragon Lord? Or was it Orochi? One or the other. In TVW Wrestle Cup?
Perhaps.
He was not able to become the first ever TVW Wrestle Cup champion?
He still needs some work, but I promise you, give him a couple of more weeks, we're going to... I swear to God. Give him a couple more weeks. Give me another week to recover thanks to your bullshit. And yes, we will come after Weapons of Mass Destruction. Eric Dredd, Lucas Keys, watch your fucking bags, because we're taking your titles.
Being a fucking family team, fuck you. I'm going to bring in my cousin and Bryce Nickerson of the Nerds and the New Blood, and we're going to destroy your ass in a fucking Hell in a Cell tag team match.
I've seen him walk down to the ring with a hat and sunglasses on inside. He's a douche, and I'm going to kick his ass.
He gives no fucks.
He's clearly blind, legally. That's why he wears the sunglasses. It's not my fault he always comes to the ring hungover.
Yet him and his fucking father, Chad, have won the fucking Rated R Tag Team Championships to begin with.
I've seen him fight too.
Chad's fucking relentless and impermeable to pain by being powerbombed twice to the outside ring and fucking getting back up.
Listen. I put an investigation in. He's on fucking steroids, and I know it.
We have no wellness policy, motherfucker.
He's...
And you will fucking get destroyed by me at TVW Hardcore Rumble. You are going fucking down.
Big talk for a man without a shirt on.
Fuck my nipples. Thank you for listening to Reason to Talk with Chris Reason and Rodney Cabbage, Bajangus, Archangel, Hawkins, whatever your name is.
Thanks for listening, guys. This was fun.
Check out TVW Matrix on YouTube. We'll have more fucking random ass promos and a whole bunch of other shit to come on the podcast and much, much more. Check out Chris Reason Network on YouTube for TVW Matrix and other content for videos and the podcast as well. We're now on there as well for every new episode of the podcast.
And if you want to watch me stream on Twitch, it's Rodmaster2160. I play like Shadow of Mordor, Destiny, Lego. Check that out. Follow if you like what you see.
He's also been on commentary for TVW Matrix and TVW Wrestle Cup in the last being on injured over the month and a half. So
I just had a miniature stroke.
Okay. Check out the Chris Reason on Instagram and Twitter. And for much, much more, hit that follow, like, subscribe, whatever the hell the button's called. Peace and fucking bacon grease.